Hello, all. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week, and I'm already ready for the weekend. On the way in, make sure that you subscribe, share, like, and comment throughout. Y'all will be proud of me. I responded to everybody's comments this week. So proud of myself. It's only Tuesday, but I'm just saying. Celebrate the small wins. I'll have our co-host introduce herself, and then we will get started.
Hi, everybody. It's Rose, and happy Taco Tuesday.
Yes, I have tacos waiting downstairs, and because I just ran in the house, I don't have time to eat them.
Me either.
Oh my gosh, I'm running in the house. Like, some lipstick will do. That's cool. Take your hair down. I'm gonna eat a cookie. So let's get started with the topic after I'm done making noise because I'm taking my cookie out. It's not the Cravings cookie. It's a Subway cookie.
And I have my banana.
I really think she's against me, y'all. It's like my final decision. It's my final decision that it be your own people. It be your own people.
I don't really, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be eating this banana right now, but I'm hungry. So I don't have a choice.
This is all that I can eat that's quiet. Because I really want to eat the damn taco. And I want chips. Everything else is noisy. I got you though. Make sure you grab something to eat. Hey, Mom. Make sure you grab something to eat. Be careful of mosquito bites. That's my warning for tonight. I have so many of them. My goddaughter got bit
up the other week, but that just means your blood type. That's the kind they like. They put me up.
They tear me up. Only place I can find
peppermint oil. They don't like the smell of that. A lot of insects don't like the smell of peppermint oil.
Okay. Well, let's jump right into the topics because we got two good ones. So let me tell you something. I was thinking about it and I was like, Asia. Asia said, huh? I said, girl, your people doing bad. Why do you think your people doing bad? Because this girl posts, well, I'll show you what she posts and then I'll tell you what happened. Y'all need to be careful with some of the stuff y'all do. But I'm here to help. So let's see what she did. I will show you.
Now, imagine working night shift, 12 hours, feet hurting, hungry, and every time you fucking get here, your food is gone. Ain't no fucking food of yours in the fridge. Food just be vanishing like it's a food fairy in here. But joke's on them. Tonight, I put laxatives in that shit. So I'm gonna be watching that bathroom all night. Stay tuned. Now I've been watching her for the past 6 hours. She the only person been going in and out that damn bathroom. Now she all bent over. She got to go home because her stomach fucked up. Now you can call me petty or whatever, but I bet she won't touch nobody else's food in that fridge. Better go home and get some Imodium. Now I can enjoy my lunch that I had to hide behind the desk. So hopefully when I bring my food in here again, nobody takes it upon themselves to touch somebody else's stuff.
So here's my question. Is that okay? Anything wrong with what she did? Y'all commend her?
I commend her.
Okay. In the comments, tell me what you think. By the time you type it, I'll probably have already given the answer. So we know that I have HR background, employee law. I don't know a whole fucking degree. So I'm responding, telling people this has to be a skit because this is very illegal. You can get fired. You can actually get a felony or a misdemeanor for it as well. The only way it can escalate to that is if, well, let's think about it. If you put a laxative in the food. It's different if you place the laxative in your food.
That was her food.
I love that answer. I love that answer. So in the comments, I once had to write somebody up for doing that. They came in my office and told me that they did it because they were so proud of themselves for catching the person that was stealing everybody's lunch. Of course, I had to write them up. Did I want to write them up? No. Because did I see something wrong with it? I was like in my 20s. I was like, you mess with somebody's lunch. Now at least we know who it is. You cannot do that. Here's the reason why you can't do it. And by the way, the amount of ignorant comments that I woke up to, if I'm telling you that I did this before, it must not be illegal. Let's not be dumb. I have so many people calling me stupid. That don't make no sense. Yelling at me, it's her food. That don't make no sense. The person shouldn't have touched it. They stole. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. If somebody accidentally hits your car and you get angry and you get out and beat their ass, are you wrong?
No.
And that's why you're going to jail.
But I have seen this before. Somebody that did this and they got in trouble. So that's why when I seen this one, I was wondering, was it a skit or not? But I just felt like if it is her food, it's my food. Now, say if I put that in my food, so I needed a laxative or something, and you went in there and ate it. That's your fault because I put it in my food.
Aren't those two different things, though? This is why I train managers. See, you my kind of nightmare. You my favorite nightmare, though, because you thinking with your.
Fair. So what would they do?
Doesn't matter if it's fair.
But what would they do if they knew the person was doing it? What y'all gonna do to that person?
First of all, tone your attitude down. That's why the hell you should have had a cookie instead of a banana. Okay, that's first of all. Second, first of all.
Look, oh my God, no.
Y'all hungry. So let me explain to you what you just told me. I'm going to explain it the way you told me, and then you will see the difference. Your question was, well, you asked a couple of questions. So the first one was, if I needed a laxative and I brought my food in to eat it because I need a laxative, how am I in trouble, right? And then you asked, if I brought it in and somebody else ate it, how is it my fault? It's not. Here's the difference. She intentionally brought it in to set somebody else up to eat it. Her real meal was behind the desk. Once she put that laxative in there and put it in the refrigerator, you put that there for somebody else. That's where it became.
I wouldn't tell y'all that I put it there for somebody else.
So it's really just that simple. We have to stop cussing, y'all. People's videos are getting taken down.
I would have never even posted that.
That's the whole point. People miss what they are saying, and so many adults act like children. This is why y'all kids don't listen, because you don't listen. It's completely different. You're literally, not you, the people in the comments.
No, I know.
You're literally explaining two different things, but because you want to be right so bad, you're not listening to what the hell I told you. I didn't tell you don't do it. My initial comment was, I didn't agree with it, but because here's the thing. If somebody became dehydrated, they were allergic, they were any of those things, and they became, had to go to the hospital, anything resulted from that, you are now responsible. And
I can understand that, but it's still, I was about to cuss, it's still best up because you shouldn't be eating other people's stuff. First of all, you don't know what other people have in their food, so they could have all kind of stuff that you allergic to in that food already. But it's just the joke was on you that you keep stealing, and it was a laxative in there. So that's your fault that you got dehydrated. That's your fault that your stomach is in shambles, and you got an allergic reaction. That's your fault. So I just wish she wouldn't have posted it, because I did see somebody got in trouble for that before, but I still don't feel that it's right. I feel like that's what that person gets.
So if you poison somebody, because again, listen to what you intentionally put that in there. Once you intentionally put that in there, you are wrong. You don't get to determine how you punish me. That's not your job. Your job is to go and tell HR, your manager, whomever, stop bringing the lunch, do whatever you need to do to protect yourself. The same way, if somebody comes on your property, do you know that if you hurt them, while they on your property doing something they not supposed.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So we want to go with the law, or y'all want to keep going what you feel like you should be able to do? We all feel like that because you're mad, you're angry, you don't know how to control your emotions. You want to lose your job too? Because here's the thing, you could just set them up. It's cameras now, it's all kind of stuff. You could do anything else but that. You cannot poison somebody. That is technically poisoning somebody. Are they going to get written up? So in my particular situation, not only did I have to write up that person, obviously the person who did it, their write-up was lower. The person who was stealing, they were suspended because you stole. I don't care what it was. I don't care if it was somebody's pencil.
Oh, okay. Long as they got, I didn't think that they would get in trouble.
Nobody's listening.
Supposedly they got sick. Bro.
Yeah, no, you still in trouble. When your kid do something they're not supposed to do, let me tell you a story. My mama was at the door when I was about 4 years old, and my TV sat on top of the dresser. Y'all know that's how they used to sit. We didn't have TV stands. And my mama told me to wait. I decided to climb up the dresser and turn on the TV. The dresser fell on my head. I had a knot the size of what? Girl, that knot was big as hell. In addition to comforting me because I was hurt, I got a spanking because I didn't listen. And had I listened, I would not have gotten hurt. People are missing the other part of everything. First of all, you can't control what nobody else does. You are not responsible for their punishment. That shouldn't be your concern. Your concern should be to keep you out of trouble. Now, the concern should be if I get in trouble and the other person doesn't, if it's something that obviously they should get in trouble for, but you don't get to determine that. If you want to determine something like that, take that role that you need and you do it. Didn't Zimmerman take the law into his own hands? And see, we don't look at it when it's on a smaller scale until something really big happens. The poor girl that was fighting back in self-defense, complete self-defense, but now she the one in jail and the other girl is not this one. And then the black girl. That's not our reality. So as adults, y'all can keep acting like that if you want to, but you're going to keep hitting brick walls. It's a better way to handle it. Why would you want to get in trouble and you the one that's the victim? That really don't make no sense.
People be mad that's messing with somebody's food, especially when you at work.
They gotta work, yes, and they're hungry.
I'll be ready. I might just risk my job for that because.
And see, it's some things where you do. I done had whole G sit across from me and be like, and so, no, I don't care. I don't care. I know I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't care. And for them people, I got mad respect.
I'll be probably ready to fight. Like you don't mess with nobody's food. I see
it's wrong.
People was like, well, she should have had sympathy for her and asked her if she wanted something. No, I don't have sympathy.
I should have did what?
You don't steal and then think that I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because you've been doing it.
No,
you going to work just like me, so you have enough money to buy you some food. You can make you a sandwich or something, and then I don't have no sympathy for you.
If you don't, you could easily come to me and ask. You could tell me that you're hungry. You could do whatever you need to do other than steal. It's still stealing. I don't care if it's my fruit snacks. I don't care if it's my gum. I'm very territorial about my shit.
Nothing. Yeah,
don't take nothing.
That did that, got in trouble because it was somebody kept on taking her creamer, and it was like real expensive creamer, and she put
creamer gets stolen a lot.
Yeah, she put a laxative in that one, and she got in trouble. Another lady, she was like, she just started putting that it had breast milk in it, and that stopped people from drinking it.
You could do that too. You could do that as well. Label it as something different until you find a person.
I mean, goat milk, something where I know people ain't gonna want to drink. But that right there, taking somebody's food is the ultimate. Because even at home, forget at work, even when you at home and people do that, you be pissed off.
But you want to know why the other person's punishment was so much more severe. They were suspended for 3 days without pay. In the position that I was in, I could also make it your final warning because the suspension is after a final warning. So you went from having nothing to now being on a final, being suspended for 3 days. You can't use PTO, none of that. No, you're suspended. I have mine where you're suspended. Why would I pay you? Then you just sit at home for free? That makes no sense. Right. And then when you come back, you still on that final. You got to work your way off of it. Because here's my thing. Okay, what if you ate somebody's food that was breastfeeding? And now because they didn't eat, they can't breastfeed. What if that person was diabetic? I don't have to divulge to you what's wrong with me. You don't know whose food you took and what the importance of that food was, other than we don't want y'all passing out. You at work. You need to eat. So it was much more severe on the other side. Now, let me show you what the conclusion was. And this is for everybody that tried to call me Caucasian because I was doing my job. Ooh, y'all do stupid shit and don't even listen. I told you don't tell that you did it. Shit. Here we go. Shoot. Here we go. We good.
Now that's prime example why you don't believe everything you see on the internet. And everybody's talking about, oh, that's not a crime. That is a fucking crime. Whether you put laxatives in your food or not, or somebody took it or not, that is a crime. Because if she was really ill and sick, I could still go to jail and lose my license and my job. That's a fucking crime. But I appreciate y'all that was in the comments, taking up from me, talking about that's not a crime, power to people, we stick together. I know who I can do my dirt with now. But yeah, that is a crime. Whether I put laxatives in my food or not, that's a crime. Because if she ingests that and gets sick or something was to happen, that's on me. That's a fucking crime. No. Especially being a nurse. That's a medication.
So that's why that made me laugh, because they said especially that I'm a nurse.
I knew she was a nurse. That's why I said I was team her all the way. Girl, yeah.
Y'all, Rose is a nurse. She's actually a manager over nurses, and y'all heard her answer. Y'all see why we having hypertension?
How I feel about food. Like, I know how I feel about food.
It don't matter how we feel, pumpkin. We got to do our job.
Never know. And then working night shift and knowing that it's only
that's way worse. 12 hours?
Yeah, and knowing that some places ain't even open no more because it's night shift. Girl, that's why I'm saying I'll be ready to fight. I would have been on that girl's side. Like, we both would have been in there, because if I would have been her supervisor, I'd have been like, you didn't do nothing wrong. We both been in HR together.
Well, as long as you don't.
Because I would have told her ain't nothing you did right. Hell, she should quit stealing people's food.
See, if it wasn't admitted to me, I wouldn't have had to do anything.
Yeah, that's where she messed up at. She recorded it. So
and back then we didn't have recording.
She did everything right, but I just wouldn't recorded it. I wouldn't have told nobody. Maybe like my work bestie or something that I know that ain't gonna say nothing, like, yeah, we gonna watch her tonight because let's see who gonna be going to the bathroom. But I would have never told nobody else, because it's a lot of work snitches that try to get cookies and golden stickers. No.
They tell to get cookies and golden stickers, twin.
Yeah, whatever they want to get. Golden stickers,
Y'all want to know something? As HR, that kind of shit used to get on my nerves. Right. Because I'm from the hood. So when people would come in and snitch, I would really be looking at them like, y'all didn't work that out outside? Did you really just come in here and tell me that?
Girl.
And now I got to baby you? You couldn't go tell the person.
I used to tell them all the time. The ones that would come and be telling me stuff, I'd just be looking like,
that'd be my face.
And your reason for telling me this is?
That's what would be going in my head. But I would think by me just, they knew when I was being Miss Camp. I'd be like, okay, so what should we do about this? What do you think would be the appropriate steps? When I say that, the answer is get the fuck out of my office and go figure it out. It's not that big. Y'all would be amazed at some of the things that y'all get told on for. Jesus. To Rose point, stop talking at work. And what is that? Cooler talk? What they call it? Like talking on your breaks and lunches and stuff like that. Walk away from the building, because somebody always listening. They be nosy.
They're always listening. Act like they listening to music and all kinds of stuff. And listen to your whole conversation.
I used to do it all the time. That was my favorite thing. My sisters used to think me, two of my sisters, Carrie, and one other person used to all work at the same call center. And when I sat on the floor, I would put my ear things in, and people would be like, oh, she's on a call, or oh, she's listening to music. it would be absolutely nothing coming out of the ear things. I just don't want you to talk to me. So that was our running joke, because they would just start busting up laughing like, y'all ain't figured out that girl ain't listening. She just don't want to talk. She don't want to talk to you. So she pretended like she...
Yeah, that'd be something I would do too. But my crazy self will always be the one talking. So when I don't want to talk, they'd be like, what's wrong with Shonda? And I'd be in my mind like, dang, girl, you talk too much. Because now when you don't want to talk, they really concerned. Like, I just don't want to talk today. I know I talk so damn. Oh, shoot. I know I talk so much, but sometimes I don't want to talk either. I know it's hard to believe. Like, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes I don't want to talk either.
I should do a show about call center secrets. The stuff that I could tell, but I wonder if...
Call center, I hate that. I think I hated, out of any job I had in my life, I hated that job the most.
Really? I loved it because I was so good at it that I literally could do my homework. So for me, it was a win-win. I could take a call, outdid all my homework. That's how I got my degrees. I did not move out of the call center until I was like 2 weeks before I was graduating with my first degree, because I needed that. The unlimited overtime, how much you get paid more, your vacation, all the benefits are amazing. And I always work for really good call centers, not the little hole in the wall ones, which start wherever you can start if that's your passion. But I'm telling you now that there are bigger ones that are probably local to where you are, and they make a lot of money. They do. Even the post office. Think about everywhere that you call center. So think about that. You make good money, and tuition reimbursement. I'll do a call center call. I'll do that. I'll do a recording for that, for people that want to go into that. It's great while you're trying to grow up. I get minimum wage job when you can work there. So Rose's boyfriend was picked up late last night.
Ooh, girl.
Let's take a look first, and then we'll come back and talk about it, because everybody's been talking about it. But
real,
I think they even went. Well, no, we found out last night, like 6 minutes after it was announced. We found out, because they're real YouTubers. They be on it. They don't have no life or no friends. Them people is mostly shy in real person. They don't have friends. Anyway, here you go.
Now,
all right, we are getting some breaking news right now. ABC News has just confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested tonight in New York City. Sources say federal agents with Homeland Security investigations took him into custody. The charges are unclear at this time. Combs' attorney telling CNN that we are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. We, of course, are trying to gather more information. There's a lot more to come.
So among his charges was racketeering.
Yeah, because
the night walkers, the walkers, that's one of them. Y'all, we can't say a lot of things now. And literally it just happened last week. So we need to prepare for how to do that. Walkers, like coercing your employees to do things that they don't want to do, people to engage in S acts. That was one. It's 4 of them. But the interesting thing, number one, Homeland Security came and got him at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. When they got there, he had pink substance in there that they cared nothing about, because obviously these charges are much bigger. They don't care about that.
When I heard that, I was like, so, I mean, the pink substance, long as he didn't have a large quantity, clearly he's addicted to it. So
I asked about that, and from my understanding, even if, as an example, you get pulled over and you have a rolled dollar bill, you know how some people do that, and just the residue is there, you're not supposed to have it at all, period, whatsoever. So certain things you can't have, and that one was called Tussie, something like that. It's a combination of things, but that's what he has. Of the charges that he has, the one is the least amount of years you can get for it is 10. I believe that's the trafficking. One is 15, and then the racketeering obviously is 25 to life. So at minimum, I think federal time, you do time for time. You don't get all the other reductions. At the very least, he's facing 10 years. And they did ask for bail. So it was 50 million. That was denied. They're asking that it be denied. Then the whole family surrendered their passports, including the 1-year-old, and that still wasn't enough. Prosecution feels like, and this isn't allegedly nothing like that. It came from the news. They feel like he should stay in there until he goes to
the trial. No, they ain't no feel. They said he is. I'm about to tell you all the things because I literally wrote all that stuff down. If I could
the charges.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find it in my phone, but of course my phone will be moving slow.
Well,
they said that he ain't no think he is. They said that he started doing all that. Like he just paid his mansion off, that $18 million mansion. He put that up for collateral. He sold his jets. He sold both of those so he wouldn't seem like a
flight risk.
He did that, and he did all this before he even knew when he did.
They said that he was prepared last night for them to come. That they knew after the last conversation they went in for.
They was really supposed to come today, but they came yesterday for some reason. This is crazy because
I have a question. While she's looking for it, I have a question. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. So sorry, I'm still getting over my cold. You guys be safe out there. The cold that is still out. Viral infections and sinus infections. So be very careful. My question is this. I find it very interesting. Combs should have been in prison a long time ago. Never liked him. I need to understand though why someone with 32 convictions is running for president and not in prison. Because he's correct. Back of the hand. Yes. I think that that's almost laughable. I think that they should both be in there. But here's what irritated me. 2 things. One, Dawn from Danny Kane just came out with expressing her story, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is my personal opinion, and I have a right to my opinion. It doesn't mean a victim is not a victim. It doesn't mean 2 things can't exist. For me, just like we said with Cassie, we feel like you stayed for as long as you did because you wanted something out of it. Please explain to me why when Aubrey came out a long time ago, y'all didn't all back her and you hung her out there to dry. Had you done it then, maybe all the rest of these years wouldn't have happened because it would have been more than one of you guys. These laws have been in place. You could have did it then, but a part of you wanted to still have access, I don't know, if you wanted that lifestyle, whatever you wanted out of the lifestyle vending machine, you wanted it. I don't understand. And then 2, why is always the bully like the bully on the cartoon that be the little guy telling the big guys what to do, but then when it turned for them to like get in trouble or something like that, they run? You mean to tell me you don't want to just fight the case? You willing to relinquish these things you work so hard for because you don't want to spend any time in jail, but you did all of these things to these people? I don't understand.
See, I disagree with that.
You disagree with which one?
For Don, what you said about Don, because I don't know.
You disagree or you have a different opinion? You can't disagree with my opinion, but you can have a different opinion.
Yeah,
what's your opinion?
I have a different opinion. The reason why I have a different opinion is because I read some of the statements that she had. And first of all, I think what she said was true because
what part?
Right. right before it came out, I guess P. Diddy probably knew it was coming out. He called the other girl, Kalina, I think that's her name. The other one that was from what was they? Not Dirty Money. You know, it was Dirty. It was P. Diddy, Kalina, I think that's her name, and Don. He called Kalina. I'll just call her K because that probably ain't her name. He called her 52 times.
Yes.
To be on his side. So if Don is lying about what she's saying, you wouldn't need to call that girl at all. Now that's just today what added on.
I didn't say Don was lying.
Oh, maybe because I was. What did you say? You said that she stayed.
Why would I call that girl a liar? Everything if Snoopy told me something about him, I believe. No, I said, how come when Aubrey came out and said something so many years ago, the same thing like what we said with Cassie, a little bit of you hung in there because you wanted something. Because why didn't you say something at the beginning? Because there were people.
That's what I was saying. Oh, because in her thing, remember she said that he told her that if she said something, he would unalive her. He told Don that. He said if you say anything, because you remember in the thing, she also said that she seen him throw hot eggs in the skillet at Cassie, and old girl Dirty Money was there too. And that's when they was telling, well, Don, I don't know if she was telling Cassie that she needs to leave him. And they got in trouble for that. He told them to stay out of his business. Stay out of his business. Then she said before she wanted to leave all that stuff alone. So it's almost like the same thing as Cassie. And he told her he would unalive her with if she say anything, he will shelf her. He told her he will shelf her. If she's seen him shelf plenty of artists.
I don't give a.
But just think.
I don't care about being shelved. Are you crazy?
But just think, some people don't feel like that.
That's why I'm saying, what did I say? It's a part of you. I didn't say it was all right. I said it's a part of you that also stay connected because it's something that you wanted. Because
I think it could have been both of them. It could have been the unaliving and the shelving and all that. So that's why I was like, when people were saying like, oh, and she was in the last the Love album. She said that when it first came out, that was old vocals.
She did.
And P. Diddy
she cleared that up already.
Once you record with him, those are his records. So that's why I give her a little bit of grace. But we all knew Aubrey wasn't.
I give all of them grace. Yeah, because that's a horrible situation.
We knew Aubrey wasn't lying from the beginning. It was just like she said, just wait and see. We just gonna have to wait and see. I think and that's another reason why none of them from Danity Kane took that
the money when the
last year.
Oh my gosh, with the rights to the stuff. Yes. Yeah.
Took they because it's gonna be on the tip of my tongue.
They masters, they rights.
The masters. They never took the masters and the money for that because they already knew none of them from Danity Kane took it. So baby Don was just knew what she was gonna do anyways.
Don still wanted she wanted to follow her dream. She did.
She's doing it now still. She's still making music. She just dropped some music the other day.
Listen, what God has for you is for you. Aubrey ain't broke. What God has for you is for you. Listen, let me tell you something.
But Aubrey ain't broke for a whole different reasons.
But in the corporate space, I need people not to be so judgmental. Yes, you can learn from things so that the ones that come after us can make better decisions. We recognize things so we too can witness, because what it takes is more people that are not scared, right? It takes more people that are not scared. So for me, if we keep talking about this and we say what both sides are, then maybe some of this stuff will slow down because more people will be inclined to speak like Aubrey did. There are other people out there that speak like that. But here's the problem. Do you know that it's somebody at McDonald's that in order to keep their job, their boss is coming on to them and telling them, if you don't sleep with me, you can't keep your job. Your integrity is everything. How you feel is everything. Now, to me, If you feel like it's worth it at the end of the day, then take yours to the chest. But I'm going to say the same thing like what I said for Cassie. I would appreciate your message more to let it serve a purpose, because at this point, it's been so many years that y'all going to need therapy. You're going to need help. You're going to need support. But also,
that Don has a low self-esteem too. And we see
I think she came in with one. You too?
No, that's what I was just about to say. I was about to say, because if y'all watched it, making the bed like we did, when she came in, Hurricane Katrina had just happened, and Don was the most raggediest out of all of them. And I remember P. Diddy was telling her, like, why is you dressed like that? Like, why do you look like that? Like, you could sing and do all that. He was like, but why are you dressed and look like that? And she had to tell him, like, her family lost everything in Hurricane Katrina. And then he was like, so I think that Don does have.
You want to know something? Those groomers, he knew that already.
Yeah, it ain't no way he didn't know that, because I'm pretty
sure
he said that in the thing. But
you mean to tell me you got top flight security, but you don't know who's around you? You knew that. You were grooming her from the beginning. You were grooming certain people, seeing who you could break.
And look at how Don looks now. She didn't change her whole face. I mean, her face ain't as bad as Aubrey's.
I thought she looked different.
She didn't change her whole look. The only thing she haven't touched her body. She was always slender build and stuff like that. But her face, she didn't mess with her face. It just ain't as bad as Aubrey, looking like a cat lady.
It's very unfortunate, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. If somebody, not to this extent though, there are things that we would do in our everyday life that it follows your moral code. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. Nope, I'm not doing nothing different. If somebody knocked on that door and said, I have $1 million, and it was somewhere in between the cap of where I said I was gonna do, and if it's in between that level that I'm saying I would never in my life do, if it was somewhere in between, most of us would do it. Why? Because it will change your life. If it's something that you have a huge passion for, everybody, quote unquote, has a price. That don't mean you can completely be sold off. But my whole point to talking about a lot of these things is these are everyday people. I don't give a damn how much money you have. Everyday people go through these things too. So I need you to be prepared, especially as a Black woman.
Right.
I don't know how to say. The charges?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one is racketeering. That has a sentence of life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is I don't know if I can say it.
I think we can say sex.
We can't say sex.
I think we can say sex. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to test it with this video. I think you can say that.
I don't know what we can say. So sex.
Carlos King said it. So.
Okay, so sex trafficking with a maximum life in prison, and minimum 15 years. And then 3 is transportation of peace, garden tools. I don't know if we can say that word.
Oh, yes, the streetwalkers.
Yeah, streetwalkers. So transportation of streetwalkers, maximum 10 years in prison. So that's his 3 charges. These is the same charges that R. Kelly got, basically. So let's see if they about to do. Let's see.
We don't need to see nothing, twin. Homeland Security came and said, yes, I've had my dinner and I thought about it. We don't want to wait until tomorrow. We don't even want to wait till tomorrow. Well, I know he was going
the 1,000 bottles of lube or baby oil or whatever that they had in the house. And I was like, well, is that a crime? I had to look it up myself. Like, is that a crime to have? I mean, Baby Love don't need that much baby oil.
No, but it adds to character, right? Because
you know what
that's what that does.
Even 1,000 bottles of lube and baby oil, to me, now I don't need to be y'all counseling me or nothing. That just makes it seem like, how you doing? Like, what woman needs all
I get what you're saying. I'm like, how am I doing? I'm fine.
Yeah, how you doing? Like, it makes it seem
I
like
get it. A little tambourine. A little tambourine.
How you doing, Fest? Because what lady needs all that lubricant and all that? That's for a man. And because if it's a lady, like,
you can't put that inside of us.
Yeah, you gonna have yeast infection and BV and all that. Like, how dry are you? How dry are you that you need all that?
What's really sad is, okay, so you just said a really good point. as a nurse. You just said it. You say a lot of things and don't notice that you say them. I'm glad I'm here for you. But as you should. And I'm a people where I like to listen to what people say, and then it helps me to learn because I didn't think about this. So watch this. What is the pink stuff? It's a drug called Tusi or something. It used to be a song about it. Funky Dineva said that's what it is, and it's mixed with 3 things. So it's also man-made. Is that what you call it? Yeah, like man-made. Like that's what they do. I don't know. 3 major ones. They actually listed some of the other narcotics that he would make people take. They listed them. So what you were saying, twin, you just said it. How can you be that dry? Well, if you want to paint a picture, think about it. If we don't want it, what are we? Yeah. So if you're forcing yourself on us, that's why you see how they could build a character around that one.
Because I'm just thinking straight.
That's my nephew, guys. Please hold. I don't want to say anything while he's right there. Okay. Oh, wait. So what's the pink stuff? What does it do? Oh, it's a
I wonder, is it give you the same effects as probably like ecstasy?
I don't know. One of them was benzo something. One. Hold on.
But my thing is, okay, that do make sense how you said that the women, if they don't want to do it, but it still seems like
or did it too much. If it's an F off,
yeah.
How much can you?
And then that is true because Cassie was saying she didn't want to do it and she would have to. Yeah, that's true. Oh Lord.
Okay, twin, it's ketamine.
Oh yeah.
Ecstasy.
Oh, so ecstasy is in it. Okay.
And GHB. That's what he would give.
So he just probably addicted to. Well, probably he is addicted to that.
Yeah, because I'm thinking he was probably gonna party that. Oh, and he gave it to them allegedly for them to be obedient and compliant, and people would just be there for days, like they would be out of it or whatever, men and women, and allegedly as well. Oh my God, make it make sense. If you go and look at his video from last night, it's about 30 minutes. Or you don't have to because I'm about to tell you. He said that some of the male workers, a couple, reached out to him directly and told them that they are a part, and they have. Did y'all know people have already been Jesus, what is that called when you go on the stand, bro? Testify.
They go on trial. Testify.
Yeah, they've already testified or whatever, but most people.
Why, and that was another reason why they denied his bail, because they I think his attorneys probably have the list already of the people that will testify, and they don't want
witness tampering.
No, yeah, they don't want him tampering with the witness or trying to make them not testify and do all that, or something happened to them or whatever, which a man as powerful as him, and well, maybe nobody will probably want to mess with him right now. He could do that from inside of the jail. But that's why they said
more stuff happens inside than outside. Let's just make that real clear.
So that's what they were saying. That's why the judge said no, they denied the bail because of all the things he has done and the bang bangs they found, and then all the stories of him.
Arsony came up too. What you said, the bang bang, arsony, and something else. So you guys, with these charges, there's sub ones that come in between there as well. Homeland Security came and got you, bro. Not
and like the minimum time. When the feds come get you,
they already know everything.
Yeah, they already.
But it goes back.
But my thing is, you might as well just plead guilty and allegedly whatever you do, and just take the charges, because I just want to see I want to see how this gonna play out, because I was actually a person that did not feel like that they was gonna take him to jail. Like, I felt like he did all this stuff all these years and nothing else happened. But this, what I am waiting to see to play out all those people that he could tell on. So I kind of feel like they probably gonna make him do some time, but it may not be that much time, because it's a lot of people that's gonna be in trouble, that's gonna go along with him, that's higher than him, that's this race. So
maybe he's not gonna make it. I will say that from the beginning, once we found out and confirmed, because I don't know everything, I learned it with you guys, that it was two separate things, that you could do both. I knew it. You have to. It's no way that you can't legally pick. You have to legally pick that up. That's like DV now. If they come to your house, if they get to your house, somebody got to go. It's either both of y'all or one of y'all, but you have to go. That's just how they do it now. So there's no way you could tell me that these people is saying these things happen with all of these receipts and then it's just going to go away. That's not the way that works.
Where they mess up at is recording everything. That's another thing.
Right. So y'all want to see what the lawyer said? Let me read it to you. The lawyer said, these two people were in love. Victim one, you got numbers. Victim one ended up marrying the trainer that Mr. Combs got for her. They had been cheating on each other for years. But now she had 2 kids with the trainer. Years later, she realized she had a good thing with Mr. Combs. Next one. She has her lawyer call his lawyer and says she has written a book. But if you want to buy the rights, you'll have the rights for $30 million. We have a recorded conversation. It did not go well for her, and the lawyer in November 2023 sues. Then he goes on to say, this lawyer, sheesh, 2 people were in a hotel room, and an issue that Mr. Combs had more than one girlfriend. An issue that, okay, the victim one was looking through his phone and saw that, then hit him in the head with the cell phone and took his clothes, so he comes out in a towel. Now, this is where I say that even it's important who you also have. So for me, my personal feelings, these are my feelings. I didn't like him ever since making the band. I've always said that he looks like a werewolf to me, and he's scary, and he looks like a demon. And I mean it. I saw it come. The look in his eyes, bro. I'm not being funny.
He is very.
I don't mean ugly. Cool. I don't mean none of that. I mean, to me, he looked like a very scary person. First and foremost, as a woman, I don't care if you look like Pee Wee Herman. Off top, we're scared of you because you're a man and you could do anything. You can overpower us. A great majority can, right? So off top, we scared. This man, his inner soul looks scary to me. That's what I mean by that. I said that then. So I don't agree with nothing he's doing. Then you're going to have a lawyer stand up here and say this stuff. You tell the lawyer what to say, okay? At the very least, you are showing no remorse. You know what you did to the girl, even if she liked the F-offs, even if she added some spice with some faith. You gonna tell us we didn't see that girl in that elevator?
And I didn't see no clothes.
That's exactly what I was thinking. First thing I'm thinking is,
I didn't see no clothes.
I only saw when she came around the thing because I closed my eyes. Y'all have a bad habit of that. I closed my eyes as soon as I saw him do like this. I didn't see the rest because stumping that kind, I can't stomach it.
I did. Look, I'm like, I did.
And it's okay. I just can't. But there were no clothes, bro. Wasn't she trying to get her bag, everything, even? So you mean to tell me you're going to bold-faced lie and tell us we didn't see what we saw, but you want us to believe?
And I want to say she was barefoot. Like, so where was the...
It looked like that to me when she came around like a...
It was like she was trying to leave. So that's something else they said, because remember when it first came out, they said that he was in the shower and she took his money in a Rolex, and that's why she ran out like that. So now she hit him in the head with a cell phone, and like,
because she thought he was cheating.
So which one is it? So I'm just saying, I feel like we just gonna have to. I really want to see how this is gonna play out, but I don't think that he's going to get all the charges that he probably should get, because it's so many people involved. And just like today, they said more people were supposed to get arrested, but nobody else got arrested. But you see that one CEO of the record label stepped down. But I'm like, okay, why would you step down? Were you in those F-off videos? It's gonna be that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be so many people. I swear to God, I do not.
A lot of people probably quit. Reception is probably quitting stuff like that. Here's what I don't want to do. If we don't have evidence like this and we don't really believe it, am I gonna side eye? I am, because you were able to stay around it, and to be able to stomach something like that, to me, that takes a different kind of person. I don't think I almost really believe in my soul I couldn't do it, bro. I almost believe in my soul I couldn't do it, just because of some other encounters I've had.
Especially a female seeing it,
I can't, because I would be scared too.
Yeah, I do feel like karma. People do get their karma, so he gonna get some kind of karma. It's already going forward, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I had seen something else online today when somebody had put up. They have reached out to her because P. Diddy was having
They reached out to Cassie?
No. It was somebody that had posted it. They had like a food truck or something. And it was in 2021, but she just posted it today, like, oh, P. Diddy's having a private event, and we wanted to see if you would come and make vegan food. And she was like, she declined because she already knew. But I'm like, girl, shut up. Because first of all, we did know P. Diddy was on demon time a long time ago, just by the stuff he did. But let's keep it 100. If P. Diddy, 2021, if you have an up and coming food company and they reach out to you and say P. Diddy wants you to cater his party because you have vegan food, to have vegan options, you're going to say no? Would you say no?
So let's double back. You literally keep that was just my last sentence. I said, and you said too, I could not be around and watch that, right? You could
this is a private party, not saying it's an F-off or something. So
I don't care what it is, because at this point in 2021, we now know for sure this man did some shit. And here's what know for sure mean. I know, like, you know, right? We haven't seen it. We haven't touched it. I know that's happening. Bro, you can't tell me that man could call you and tell you, come to my house, I want a nurse. And you would go. You would be too scared. The fear would outweigh the money. It would. I wouldn't do it. My answer is no. I literally just said that. No. No.
I think no, but I don't think that let me see.
They said he do stuff in the office. He used to hit Kim in the office back then. But he do stuff everywhere.
If it's a private event, maybe it could be like, you know how he throw the parties and stuff.
Private is worse. Private is intimate, so that means everybody in here probably okay with it. I'm gonna be the one over here working, and it's gonna be he hit one of the cooks or something like that. Mind your business, and they quit.
I think I probably would have went.
You would? Well, here's the thing. I don't have no judgment. No judgment for nobody. I do have judgment for people that would still go back and they see it with their eyes.
Yeah, now that's different. Now, if I went to an event, if I catered an event and I seen all that going on, I would never come back again. But for him to reach out to me and say, "Oh, I want you to cater my private event," and then I'm going. That's P. Diddy. Like, you can get reach out. You know how many people high profile people gonna see you there. But if I seen that kind of stuff going on, yeah, I'm not coming back no more. But
what about, bro? What if you go? Okay, what if you go and he like you? So you see it all, you and his property. What if he then does something to you?
I'm not going back. But it ain't.
But guess what? Now it already happened to you.
Yeah, it is. It did already happen, but I'm not going back and just like a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the police, but ain't nothing gonna happen because he got police on the payroll that work for him. So you just know that you wait for
You
something
taking
like
a gamble. Okay.
you taking a gamble
Listen.
because you already know that is look how many things have happened where people then got banged and all that, and the police come and then they make up a whole nother scenario because he got them on the payroll.
That's all I'm saying is you're not protected no matter where it is. So would I want that for you? No. But if you told me you were going, I would be like, I'll pray over you and no judgment at all, because this no different than what Don did. It's no different than what Cassie did. It's no different than what a bunch of people around him did. And that's, as long as you have the money, I'll turn my eye the other way, because you could change my life.
If it was something like that, like I will honestly say, I always said I wish I could go to a P. Diddy party, like how he threw his New Year's
party before the party.
Yeah, like how he threw his New Year's party and everybody would be there. Like when he threw parties, it just looked like his party was cracking all the time. Like this is when everybody was there, not the private parties, but like the regular parties. I always wish I could have went to one of those.
No
judgment. I
know
that that I'm a Ciroc girl. Like I'm a Ciroc girl. So I always was like, I want to be a Ciroc girl because that's all I drink is Ciroc. Like I drink that all the time. But I do feel like if I see stuff like that, it would me seeing him just do that to somebody, I'd be like, nah. And just think how many people seen it.
Right.
But like I said, a lot of people probably was scared to say something because they knew wasn't nothing gonna happen and the repercussions that would happen to him.
The charger.
But let's also be fair and say that some of those people wasn't scared. What they were scared of is losing their opportunity. What they were scared of is losing their money. That's all I'm saying is we have to be honest.
I think some people were scared to lose money, and then I think some people probably was really scared.
I agree. And it could be a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, because when you stepped away early, I was like, look, I have so many hard stops, it's ridiculous. Everybody got their line that's right here. And that line says, I'm this kind of woman or man, I'm not doing nothing outside of this, never. But then if you get that opportunity that could change your life, you willing to go above that line. You're not willing to go above it to hell, but you willing to go above that line. Right? Because let's be honest, because that's where you get to having the real conversations, not judging.
That's exactly why I said I would have been up in there. Like, what option would you like?
I agree, because I always say with my crazy self, now that we got all these shows with the showing how the college students, oh, you probably won't get pulled over. You could be a mule. Just take this bag over there. I don't know if it wouldn't have been a couple times I wouldn't have just taken this bag over there. Because listen, when you come from having nothing and that can change your life, there are things what do they say? In statistics, if the benefit outweighs the risk, some people will do 5 years in jail because they know when they get out, they got $1 million.
Right.
That 5 years, you would have never made that money. Your family wouldn't be taken care of. They're going to go ahead and take it. No problem, because it's worth it to them. Everybody got their own formula. We don't get to judge somebody's formula unless you are part of the shit, sitting there doing it and you hurting somebody else. That's mine. That's just me. Because it's about to be a bunch of people that's going to be in trouble because they turned a blind eye.
That was about girl.
What is that called? Accomplice?
Yeah, accomplice. That is an accomplice.
Accomplice.
Even if you didn't participate in it, but you
went through a lot of back doors.
If you seen it and then didn't do nothing about it, you still an accomplice.
Yep.
And sometimes you get the same amount of time as the person that did it because you didn't say anything.
Most times you do. Y'all remember when Little Kim, because she didn't tell, she did all of hers wasn't from nothing she really did. It was because she didn't tell. She didn't tell the truth. And here's the thing. You can hide it all you want. And here's the thing. Most of the time, that's why, listen, my mama always told me, don't nobody do your dirt with you. Once you tell somebody, it's no longer a secret. There are certain people that I feel in my heart that I could tell things, but I know what things I can't tell each person to, because to them, that's their thing that'll break them. So even if I told them, it may hurt them. It may not be something they agree with. I wouldn't tell them those things because that's not respecting them as the person that loves me. I would tell the person that's going to tell me how to do it safely. And here's the other thing. I don't like the people that be like, girl, yeah, you should do it. I'll be looking at them like, so you just okay with me going straight to hell, huh? You don't have nothing to tell me.
No, that's why I be saying, I hate when people like, if it was me, but it ain't you. No.
That's why I can only say based on my experience.
This is what I would do.
I could tell you that I know for sure, other than being afraid, and I mean, I would have to really be afraid. Not afraid you're going to beat me up. Not afraid you're going to do none of that, because listen, I got family too. And the reality is, just like right now, ain't nothing ever happened to Aubrey. Something happened to sometimes the people that was still playing, and you straddling the fence, right? Oh, okay, because let's see. Have anybody seen on their timelines where his homeboys is going live, saying anything, posting anything, having his back, free Diddy?
The only one that's been having his back, it seemed like, is Stevie J.
But he helped all of these people. Why are they not saying it?
I think that, that's just how it is when it goes like that.
It's like the bully. If you take down the bully.
It's just think the same thing with R. Kelly. Nobody had his back, but all y'all knew he was doing this. But when he went to jail, nobody wanted to have his back. The only people it seemed like people had his back was Bill Cosby. People still had his back.
His was, my personal opinion on that is just totally, I don't believe he belonged in jail, but that's my personal opinion, and I have a right to it.
Jail either, but I don't even like speaking on that because I hate when people say
correct, because people get really upset.
They get really upset,
and it's okay.
Just feel like it is okay, but if, like I tell people all the time, you are entitled to your own opinion. That makes me mad about a lot of things. People get mad when you don't have their same opinion. Like, we're not the same person. God didn't make us the same. So of course I'm not going to think the same way you do. But the difference between me and you is I don't care if you don't agree with me. I'm really not that person that don't care if you don't agree with me. But it'd be a lot of people, if I don't agree with them, they mad and all that. Why is you mad? I'm not mad that you don't agree with me. We have two different opinions.
This is why people can't learn, though.
Yeah.
Because you and I typically, if people really pay attention, do I lead the show? I do, but I lead off of your leading, if that makes sense. Because I already know what I think, so I care more about what the other person thinks, so I could take it in and digest it and be like, I didn't think about that. Or I really do. I did that before I even got on tonight so that I could properly say it how I wanted to say it. This particular time, anything with violation of a body of a child or a woman or a man, that is, y'all know that's my thing. That's my thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel no empathy for people that do things like that, which is very interesting because I have empathy for R. Kelly. And I'm not a huge super fan. I just
people cuss me out about that all day long.
But he was a victim so very young, and he never had anybody around him to correct him. The difference with Diddy is, like Cat Williams said, we try to tell him no. But I have to throw some laughs at that, y'all.
Sometimes you got to tell P. Diddy no.
You got to tell him no. But the R. Kelly, he didn't. They literally set him up to be like that.
They were men.
And it was hurting him.
Around here to tell him no, like this ain't the right thing to do, even though he was essayed as a child. And like I said before, I feel like that's the reason he is the way he was.
I agree.
But not saying that it was right. Like I tell people all the time, just because when it happened and everybody was like, oh, I'm muting R. Kelly. I said that from day one. I will never mute R. Kelly. You supporting him? No, I'm not supporting what he did, because I could take R. Kelly, the performer, and separate him from Robert Kelly. No, I don't feel like nothing that he did was right. But y'all not about to stop me from listening to his music when that was a part of my whole life. I don't care what. And it just didn't matter to me. And all 90% of the people that was saying they won't listen to his stuff is listening to it now.
Absolutely, because now there's a bigger monster that we can focus on. And his was so much more. His included parents, his included willingness, his included, listen, it's some freaky shit people be doing. They be at sex parties, swingers clubs. They're, to me, have his back for what? If they don't agree with what he was doing and they let him know they didn't have his back for what? No, see, that's the thing. With Diddy, they didn't let him know that. That's why Cat Williams made the joke. Sometimes y'all gotta tell Diddy no.
Yeah, you couldn't. Me and Alondra was talking about this like a couple of weeks ago before all this Diddy went to jail, of course. And she was like, who do you think was the worst person, like out of him and R. Kelly?
Can I get my answer first?
Yeah, you can say, because
okay.
we had that conversation.
It's really short and sweet. Okay, so for me,
who do you think is the worst person?
I feel like Diddy is worse because what happened to R. Kelly, all those things I just said, things happened to you from when you was younger. You never healed from it. You never had protection around you. It was somebody close. Then you became a star very young. You didn't have anybody around you again, and you nurtured that space. And a lot of his stuff that they say is not a lot of violent, involuntary things. It's just things that now you're probably embarrassed about. That's how I feel, right? Because we know that these people do all these things. On the other one side, you just been a money hungry, greedy demon from the beginning. And I believe that every angel that fell, your hands was on it. I believe that. So I think he's worse because I think he didn't go through nothing. You just was like that.
And that's exactly what I said. I think that I told her, I said I think that P. Diddy was worse. She said that she think R. Kelly was worse. I was like, that was my thing. I was like, no, I said P. Diddy been on demon time forever. I was like,
that's why he didn't want to be with him. Yeah. People forget his intricate details because he's done this or done that, but done it for who? Remember, we broke that down. Like, okay, tell me who he made have money like him.
Nobody. Who? He ain't made nobody.
Period.
And the thing is, we can say the same thing. R. Kelly made music for everybody. P. Diddy, we not saying that he didn't make music for everybody. He had the ear. Like, he's a genius when it comes to that.
But he took music from us because he took them away.
Yeah, you made mega groups that could have lasted for decades.
I still play Danity Kane, Day 26.
Day 26. I play all of them.
Carl Thomas.
That's what I'm saying. Think of all the people that came from Bad Boy.
And you took their life.
I always say that when I went to that Bad Boy concert, it was probably like 6 or 7 years ago when it was in Las Vegas, and it was Bad Boy and Friends. That was one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life because it just took me back to everything. Just
back when you could play a whole album, the whole thing.
Man, he had all the people from Bad Boy there. The only people he did not have there that was from Bad Boy was the new artists, Day 26 and Danity Kane and all that. He didn't have them, but he had everybody else. We was up dancing the whole time. He literally has the ear for music into how to make mega groups, but he's on demon time. So that's what I told Alondra. Of course, 100%, I feel like Diddy was the worst person. I was like, look at all the stuff he has did to people, not just, I was like,
employees, everybody.
Allegedly Tupac, allegedly Biggie, allegedly his baby mama. Remember, Kim Porty had started dating somebody else. Allegedly, he had him unalive. Like, just think of all the things that he has did. Now, R. Kelly, like I said, I don't feel like he's innocent. But the things that he
I don't feel like he all the way wrong either. The parents was there.
The parents was giving him their kids.
And I don't know.
For money.
I think he's worse, like you said. Yeah, because that'll make me mad.
Yeah, so that's why I said I felt like P. Diddy was worse. I honestly feel like he was worse. Like, and like you said, he always was. When I didn't like P. Diddy as a person. I liked him as like
a mogul almost.
Yeah,
Like
I was about to
his
say
talent.
because he, like I said, he really has that. He has that ear and everything for it. But how he would talk to them on making the band and all that, I didn't like that. I didn't like none of that. And I feel like the number one person that can bust this case wide open,
Lorianne
Lorianne and
or the
Farnsworth Billy. Neither one of them have said anything.
Wouldn't that be amazing if that was one of the
Girl, I know they gotta be. I know
the
they
people Jesus, one of the people that's gonna testify? Wouldn't that be amazing?
If they ain't if they ain't,
because they deserve that too. Because it's people that'll do interviews and be like, I haven't seen that person in forever. I miss them so much. This and that. But the last thing I will say is, y'all, remember that be careful of the music you listen to and how much you admire things. Number one, the devil was the angel of music. Most of the things that we complain about that are really taking over our community, can take over your brain, could do all of these things, is in the music that you're listening to. I get it. You listen to the song because it got a cool last little beat. I have caught myself doing that, listening to the song because it got a nice little beat, and then one day I'll be like, I should probably learn the lyrics. And then I hear them and I'll be like, wait, what? And I just stopped listening to that music. But I feel that's the role that Diddy has. I see that in him. Like, so you the reverse. You came back. You back. You are him. But you came to take it away from us. Since Jesus made you go away, now you don't want us to have music? Because I don't understand how you shelf all these people, and that could have made you way more money than what you have. But you didn't want them to be out there. So be careful what you listen to. Be careful what you allow your children to listen to. I think that Kim Kardashian was a great example. She had her daughter doing that daggone TikTok, and Kanye got mad at her. She didn't even know why. She did the same thing. And have grace with people. Women and men, have grace. Because all of our stories got a lot of pieces. A lot of pieces. So that's it for me. What about you, Rose? Quit being raggedy.
Because I'm trying to think of something else. Y'all know that's what I say every week. Quit being raggedy. P. Diddy shouldn't have been being raggedy and on demon time. And karma is real. I'll say that. Karma is real. Karma is real. And you never know when it's going to come back and get you. So you can
and it looks like the new trend is in your elder years. What you say, your favor, you can do it on the front end by doing it right, or catch it on the back end because you did it wrong.
Yeah, like you never know when it's going to come back and get you. You never know. So remember, karma is real. That'll be what I say last. Karma is real.
Stay humble, because I'm just saying. Well, I'll play this last clip, and then that will actually end the show. On the way out, make sure that you subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers, too. I just hit a new goal. So I think I'll do a giveaway. Why not? I'll do a giveaway. Thank you so much to everybody. Thank you for the people that are watching. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And head over to Talk to Rose tomorrow with us at 8. And then back here on Thursday at 9. Y'all know we're going to do a part 2. I don't know if we're going to have the fellas because I'll think about it, y'all. Pray for me. We'll see. But here you go, and have a good night.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
Stay safe.